This episode of the Beauty Industry Podcast was brought to you by the Global Beauty Group. Hello and welcome to the Beauty Industry Podcast, your online support community for the professional beauty industry. I am your host, founding director of Beauty Industry, Tamara Reid. Here we are closing the competitive gap and speaking your language. This is a platform created and dedicated to the professional beauty industry, valuing community over competition. We serve to help connect you with inspiration from industry experts, expand your knowledge through educational pieces, and bring you the latest in product and technology innovation. This is Beauty Industry. Today, my guest is Elise Andrews from the Global Beauty Group. And hey, move over LED because we are shining the spotlight on Fluorescent Light Energy today. The Global Beauty Group have teamed up with FB Dermatology to bring us an absolute game changer in skin glowing technology. Introducing Lumixa, a biophotonic topical gel that is activated when placed under the LED light. The result is the production of fluorescent light energy, or FLE, which, as the Global Beauty Group tells us, has been shown to stimulate the skin's own repair mechanisms to heal at a cellular level. Elise Andrews, Clinical and Training Manager at the GBG, joins us today to tell us about this innovative addition to your LED technology. From the Global Beauty Group, here's Elise and I. Elise, I'm so excited to have you back on the Beauty Industry Podcast today, as we have had a beautiful conversation in the past, and you are such a wise educator that I love speaking to. And today we get to talk about the newest addition to the Global Beauty Group's collection of technologies, Lumixa. So hello, and can you give us an overview of all of the technology here?
Hi, Tamara. Thank you so much for having me back. It's such a pleasure to speak with you again. We're really excited at the Global Beauty Group to now be introducing Lumixa to our technology and treatment offerings. It's really going to help us elevate our in-clinic modalities, and also will work fantastically alongside the professional skincare that we now offer from the Global Beauty Group.
Perfect. So I don't think people would be super familiar with the technology behind Lumixa. Can you start us off? I've heard a word floating around, fluorophore. What is that? And give us all the juicy details.
Absolutely. So if you've worked with light-based treatments before, you may be familiar with the term chromophore. Chromophores essentially are atoms that are capable of imparting color into a substance. So if we think of melanin, which is a brown pigment in skin or hair, or hemoglobin, which gives blood its red color. These endogenous chromophores are receptors which are present within the body. And when we're using light-based treatments, such as IPL or laser, to achieve, say, hair reduction, we use wavelengths that are specifically attracted to this brown color, or the chromophore of melanin. When we're treating capillaries, we use a different wavelength, and that light is specifically attracted to the red color, or the chromophore of hemoglobin. Now, some types of chromophores are referred to as photoconverters. This allows them to convert light into other wavelengths or into another type of energy altogether. For example, chlorophyll in plants converts light energy into chemical energy in a complex process that we know as photosynthesis. But when we're discussing fluorescent light energy's mechanism of action, we talk about the activation of fluorophores. Fluorophores are targets just like chromophores, but they're capable of generating fluorescent coloration and respond to different wavelengths in order to induce specific therapeutic effects. So fluorescent light energy activates endogenous cellular fluorophores, which activates vital processes and enzymes within the skin, such as chritosome C oxidase, TRPV1 channels, opsins, and flavor proteins, all of which are responsible for many of the therapeutic effects and benefits that fluorescent light energy treatments can generate.
Yeah, wow. Very, very impressive. I feel like I'm going all the way back to my beauty school science 101, except this is like 102, so much more in depth. for the basic therapist, like, is there anything that they specifically need to know or be upskilled about, or this is just another treatment which kind of obviously the Global Beauty Group trains them on, and then they feel really confident going into perform this in the clinic?
Yeah, absolutely. So the great thing is that there are no limitations for therapists in being able to perform Lumixa treatments, despite the amazing benefits. There's no minimum qualification necessary. So Lumixa is available to doctors, nurses, dermal therapists, and beauty therapists. And in addition to that, treatment is extremely straightforward to perform. The client's skin is cleansed to begin with, and the activator gel is then combined with the fluorophore gel to a uniform color. It's bright orange in color, so it looks fantastic on the skin and is very Instagrammable. It's then applied to the treatment area, and patient and operator goggles are then applied, and the LED blue light is then activated. Once the light cycle is complete, the gel is simply removed from the skin, and aftercare or other treatment modalities can be applied. So standalone treatments can be performed in as little as 20 minutes, and it'll still allow your clients to experience a professional but extremely relaxing skin treatment.
Amazing. Okay, that's good to know, because I wanted to just ask you that at the start so that therapists thinking, oh my goodness, this is so science heavy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to perform this, can actually sit back and continue to listen and go, yes, I can, just with all of the knowledge that you guys so beautifully provide over there at GBG. You mentioned there before FLE, which we know is now fluorescent light energy. What does this mean?
So fluorescent light energy is achieved when we combine Lumixa with LED. The hyperpulsed action that Lumixa has on LED light allows for a delivery of a wide spectrum of wavelengths, and this is far more efficient for rejuvenation of the skin compared to just LED alone. We know that different wavelengths reach different layers within the skin. So by using multiple wavelengths, this allows for the interaction with various receptors within the epidermis and the dermis. And by targeting these different layers within the skin, we can greatly increase the advantages that this treatment produces in order to optimize skin health. So the treatment itself continuously interacts with the skin throughout the entire treatment. And although treatment can be performed over a relatively short period of time, the formulation does not exhaust, which provides consistent benefits throughout the entire treatment. We know that LED has so many advantages to the skin. However, combining LED with Lumixa allows for this superior cellular interaction compared to just performing LED on its own.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. And I like what you said there. It doesn't exhaust. Can you just expand that for us? So, a typical LED, the treatment happens in the clinic, and there is, a particular time in which I guess the cells are kind of only active for, right? Whereas with the Lumixa, the best treatment options kind of continue to happen. Am I correct in saying like 48 hours, and even have I heard up to 7 days after the treatment has been done?
Yeah, absolutely. So through its interaction in the skin and the activation of the various processes that take place, the benefits of the Lumixa treatment are continuous. So we get the immediate advantages during the treatment itself, but then following the treatment, like you said, for the next few days, even up to the next few weeks, those processes within the skin are still occurring. We're still repairing the skin and optimizing cellular health so that you continue to see benefits over a period of the next few weeks.
Okay, amazing. And so, what you said before, where we combine the Lumixa with the LED, obviously, we know that LED has a wide range of wavelengths which can be utilized. What wavelengths should we be looking for best suited with the FLE, fluorescent light energy?
So Lumixa is activated with an LED blue light, specifically with a wavelength between 415 and 420 nanometers. This creates the most interaction with the product, which results in maximum FLE emissions. Now, there are a few reasons and theories as to why blue light is best suited for FLE treatments. First of all, the Lumixa product, as we mentioned, is bright orange in color, and blue is the contrast color to orange. Therefore, an orange gel is more likely to absorb the blue light wavelengths. Secondly, the specific chromophores in Lumixa have an absorption peak, which lies within the blue area. So to get the optimal FLE generation, we want the chromophores to absorb as much light as possible. And again, this is best achieved with blue light. And finally, FLE generation can only really go one way, from high energy blue light to lower energy red light. So by absorbing blue light, we're able to generate FLE within the other color spectrums, that is green, yellow, and red, in order to reap the maximum benefits from fluorescent light energy treatments.
You just made something so clear for me, which I've never known. I've seen this treatment performed quite a few times just by nature of, obviously, we've popped it on the Beauté blog, we've had it on our social medias, and it's been really interesting. And I've always thought it's such a bright orange gel. And I have had that, unanswered question, why blue light? Why aren't we using like a red light or a yellow light? But as you said there, because it's the polar opposite on the color wheel, that's going to allow for the best product absorption. So that now makes so much sense to me. After the break, Elise shares with us who the perfect clients are for Lumixa treatments. But first, a little bit more about the company Elise has been raving about. Our friends over at the Global Beauty Group live and breathe their mission of making people feel wonderful. With over 25 different technologies available, the Global Beauty Group connects businesses of all sizes with the best and brightest in the industry. Paired with rapid response technical support, professional clinical guidance, industry-leading education platforms, plus pre-made marketing, clinical and technical resources, their AVIA award-winning team ensures your business grows beautifully with aesthetic technology. You can phone the team over at the Global Beauty Group today on 1300 00 6607, or you can visit theglobalbeautygroup.com.au for more information. Thank you so much to the team at the Global Beauty Group for making this episode of the Beauty Industry Podcast possible. And now, back to Elise. So I'm curious then, we have to use the 415 LED light. Does the type of LED machine used with the treatment make a difference?
Yeah, so Lumixa requires a certain amount of energy to be produced in order for it to achieve its effects. Depending on the device used, it will need to have a minimum output in order to activate the product within a reasonable time frame. If the device has an adjustable power setting, you can customize the energy, which will impact the amount of time needed to activate the product. For example, our Medilux LED device is adjustable from 15 milliwatts all the way up to 105. So at the lowest setting, Lumixa is activated over a 30-minute period. But at the highest setting, it's activated under the Medilux in as little as 4 minutes. However, we recommend for first-time users and first-time clients to keep the energy range about midway, so performing the treatment over about 7 to 10 minutes. Now, the exact timeframes and energies are provided as a resource on our education hub, so clients can easily select and input the best settings that will work best with their own in-clinic protocols.
Right, interesting. And you know what? I have seen so many different treatments in the past. You've got to go get another handpiece, another thing, another machine, and I really like that. All you really need here is the actual solution itself, because if you've got something like the Medilux and you can actually adjust those wavelengths and parameters, well, then why not, right? That just makes life so much more easier. And also, considering like treatment space in our treatment rooms is normally quite small, that makes for just the perfect treatment addition. And also as well, 7 to 10 treatments. When we're thinking about right now coming out of post-pandemic and lockdown, like our wait lists are back to back to back to back. So to offer a client a 10-minute treatment, you could, obviously you're cleansing the skin, you're doing all the bits and pieces. By the time your client gets in, by the time your client gets out, that's like an extra 5 minutes, right? So if we said to your client, it's 15 minutes, you're going to be able to treat all of these incredible skin conditions and concerns, have glowing skin after the fact in a 15-minute treatment, like for me is just such a no-brainer. What a little power pack.
Absolutely. So many of our clients are time poor these days. And in addition to that, they want treatments with real results, but no downtime. And that's exactly what Lumixa can offer.
Yeah. So let's talk to the clients. Who is the perfect client for Lumixa treatments?
One of the great things about fluorescent light energy is that it's suitable for all clients and all skin types. Lumixa treatments are non-destructive, so they don't cause any cellular damage. Now, common in-clinic treatments for rejuvenation are typically treatments such as laser, IPL, chemical peels, and microneedling. I love those treatments, and I think they are amazing options, but they aren't always suitable for all of our clients. Many clients are now looking towards the next generation of treatments that have no downtime, but also provide those visible results. And that's what Lumixa can do for them. So, treatments are non systemic, which means the treatment is applied topically and not absorbed into the skin. It's also non photosensitizing, which makes it suitable all year round, which is so important for us coming into summer now, and is completely pain free. Now, we have two different formulations within Lumixa, and this allows us to treat a wide variety of client needs. The Skin Normalizer Kit contains a specific fluorophore that makes it extremely effective for combating inflammation and its consequences. The Skin Normalizer Kit will target dehydration, skin reactivity, and a dull complexion. So it's best suited to those clients who are 35 and younger, who are starting to experience the early signs of aging or looking towards age prevention. However, this kit will also be suitable for older clients who are experiencing sensitive skin conditions due to the optimal effects on inflammation. The other formulation is the collagen booster kit, and this is effective for addressing chronoaging. The collagen booster kit is most suitable for clients from 35 years of age, as this formulation will improve skin density, has a plumping effect, will improve skin texture, and address fine lines, including pore size. This treatment is best suited to those who have more advanced aging concerns with fine lines, wrinkles, and concerns with skin density.
Interesting. I think you've just sold me. I need some of these treatments ASAP. And it's actually the perfect time for clients because we are coming out of this pandemic. We are wearing the mask. We're all got this, new high level of cultural and reactive stress that we're going through. So that skin normalizer to target inflammation, dehydration, and age prevention in the one treatment, basically within about 15 minutes for no pain, no destructivity, and no photosensitizing coming into summer is a very, very cool treatment. And then obviously you've got on the flip side of that, the collagen booster. So density, plumping, advanced aging. I feel like even though I'm not 35, I also want that treatment.
Absolutely. And it really ties in with a term that has been increasing in popularity lately and increasingly recognized by our clients, which is known as inflammaging. So the concept of inflammaging is not new, but the term will perfectly capture that chronic, low level, and asymptomatic inflammatory process that's associated with aging. Now, that is influenced by a variety of internal and external factors, but predominantly by things like UV exposure, oxidative stress, and pro-inflammatory cytokines. So in the normal skin aging process, cellular stresses and damage leads to this low-grade inflammation, and this accelerates skin aging. This process will gradually damage the skin tissue, resulting in the inhibition of adaptation and repair mechanisms, dehydration, weakening of the skin matrix, collagen and elastin degradation, and skin barrier impairment. So the powerful effects of Lumixa will actually modulate this inflammation. It will not only rejuvenate the skin to reduce the signs of aging, but by optimizing cellular health, the skin also has a greater ability to repair previous accumulated damage, but also becomes more resilient to damage that it's currently experiencing and future damage. We know that a healthier skin cell has more energy and adaptability to protect and repair itself. And this leads to incredible anti-aging benefits.
Amazing. And we're talking about all of the ideal clients for Lumixa. Are there any clients who may be contraindicated that we should err on the side of caution to?
Yeah, so the contraindications that are applicable to Lumixa are simply those that are applicable to general LED treatments. So if your client is suitable for LED, they're going to be suitable for Lumixa. Now, like any light-based treatments, key contraindications will center around photosensitivity. So if your client has a condition or is on a medication that makes them sensitive to light, they may not be suited to the treatment. In addition to that, pregnancy and cancer, along with recent surgery, are also considered to be contraindications. But we love to educate our clients on the safety and efficacy of treatments. So we always have a thorough list of contraindications available in our Skin Health Journey booklet. So clients can perform a thorough consultation and consider all aspects of the client's skin health before performing their treatment. At the Global Beauty Group, we're really passionate about providing the best education possible. And we believe it's so important for therapists to have a clear understanding on when to avoid treatment, when to seek medical approval, and what the best advice is to give to the client. Now, having said that, Lumixa is an extremely safe, comfortable treatment that is generally suited to all skin types and conditions.
Yeah, I kind of feel like when looking at a client with a few contraindications, you always kind of just go straight to LED, because it's generally like a 9 out of 10, a safe option for them. So that's super helpful that the Lumixa also kind of can fall into that category as well. I'm curious to know, it sounds like such a high-tech performing treatment. Do you think it's best done on its own, or can it actually be incorporated into other treatments on the menu?
Lumixa works extremely well as a standalone treatment, but can also effectively be incorporated into your other treatments, such as micro and hydrodermabrasion, radiofrequency skin tightening, even microneedling. Because Lumixa works so well to optimize skin health and to modulate inflammation, the treatment can be used prior to these additional modalities to enhance the outcomes of any treatment that's performed immediately after it. So treatments are extremely versatile, and along with combining it with other modalities, you also have the option to alternate between the two Lumixa treatments themselves. So for example, a client can have 2 skin normalizer treatments followed by 3 collagen booster treatments, and that'll be the perfect course for a client who is concerned with the effects of aging, but who also has a bit of underlying inflammation that first needs to be addressed.
Yeah, very, very cool. And if we have some of our audience sitting there going, oh, I don't know if this is the treatment for me, or, oh my goodness, I absolutely need this on my menu. I mean, what kinds of clinics would you say are best suited for a treatment that is fluorescent light energy based?
Fluorescent light energy treatments have previously been a favourite of doctors and dermatologists, and while a qualification is not required to perform Lumixa, it's recommended for operators who have a good solid skin knowledge to begin with. Any business who wants to take their services to the next level should absolutely consider Lumixa. As we said, it's a phenomenal standalone treatment, but it can also be easily incorporated into services that you already offer on your treatment menu. Lumixa is also perfect for that growing group of clients who expect those real results without the downtime. Non-invasive treatments are growing in popularity because skin health is starting to become a priority, and the effects of inflammaging are more widely recognized. Lumixa really is the next generation of skin health treatments, and we're eager to continue to see its phenomenal results.
Yeah. Well, Elise, the world is opening up. Victoria's skin clinics are back into motion. I am in desperate need of a treatment. It has been a good while. So I think you've just made Lumixa reach the top of my treatment wish list there. So thank you so much for coming and sharing with me today.
My pleasure, Tamara. Always a pleasure talking with you.
Likewise. Well, if there's one thing I know, it's that we will never be bored as therapists in our industry because we are absolutely spoiled by the offering of technology that is available at our fingertips. If you or your therapist friends are searching for new treatments to sink your teeth or hands into, feel free to share this episode with them across your social media or just show them in their podcast app so that they can continue to upskill and be the most educated therapist in their space. Until next time, stay connected.